I love this guy.
Of years.
Well, the point I would make about, say the Venezuelan gang,
ratified quite recently. When you enter the
Oh
country illegally, you are a criminal by definition. That's why we call it illegal immigration. You've broken our laws by remaining here.
This is also, always remember this game that they play. Always remember the game that they play with these fucking words, okay? We should deport anybody who's a criminal. Oh, okay. So like the violent offenders and the rapists and everything. Okay, gotcha. Why are you deporting all these people, though, that don't seem to have any criminal charges?
Yeah.
Excuse me, they're illegal immigrants.
100%.
Yeah, but like I thought we were going after the criminals. You fell for my trap card, because all illegal immigrants are criminals. Oh, fuck. You got me. Always be aware of
That's
this.
not
That
true.
when this is like the pro-Palestinian people from the river to the sea people who are like, I just hate Zionists. Okay, that's my issue. Okay, I just want to get rid of Zionists. All right. So
Yeah, guys, like I've been watching a lot of these YouTube videos and stuff, and I think I just realized that like, man, like I realized I was wrong like this whole time. Like I've just been wrong the whole time to like support MAGA. I realized that actually Destiny was right about everything. And yeah, I just want to share like my new love for Destiny's content.
in your eyes, every single person who supports the existence of Israel as a dominant Jewish state, isn't that like 90% of Jews? And? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Just we're on the same page. Okay. Scum this guy is.
Here, without an official invitation doing this the proper way, you are a criminal. Therefore, all illegal aliens are
I don't know why would anyone would watch this guy, Benny.
criminals by definition.
There you go.
You know what he's talking
Deporting a
about.
criminal alien is the right thing to do by your definition, Brian.
There it is.
Because they're criminals.
Yep.
Yes?
Don't let them get away with that, Brian.
Don't let them get away with using the word alien because they're not actually from outer space. So to call them illegal aliens is just factually untrue.
Don't fall for that trap.
Yeah,
I
don't.
think that, on that point.
Of course.
That's not what they're talking about. That's not how they sold this idea. That's not how they sold this idea. That is not how they sold this idea. Are asylum seekers waiting for court regarded as illegals? It doesn't matter. Republicans don't believe in asylum seekers. They don't even believe in it as a concept. So don't even waste your time trying to define
Yeah, they don't even think that they exist, that there's no such thing as asylum.
that out. Just ask them point blank.
Yeah, all of my friends who are pro MAGA, they don't believe that asylum even exists as a concept.
People be allowed to come here to seek asylum? They'll say no. They'll be honest about it. They can be way more mask off now than they were before. So don't ever pretend like asylum seeking or anything like that was ever an actual concern for any of these subhuman degenerate okay?
Like, obviously.
It seems on the face of it to be a complete miscarriage of any kind of justice without any due process. It's those kind of stories which I think are concerning people about the due process.
100%, and it was all because he committed the crime of having a tattoo. I mean, the reality is that if we're in a situation where even one of these people was one single person who should not be there gets sent off, that is a massive up yet again in an administration that's shown that it's perfectly willing.
I keep thinking he's saying that
To commit them
over and over again. True.
But look, this is what, so that none of us, so that Anna doesn't get rounded up, so that I don't get rounded up, so that Benny doesn't get rounded up. We cannot be in a situation.
Illegally?
That's not. Please, Brian. Oh God, you have the lawyer guy, and you have to destroy him on this argument. Please, God, somebody who's followed the legality of this. Oh God, please, please.
Are you illegal American?
The response to Benny's question when he says, "Are you illegal?" The response to his question is, "Were the people that were deported illegal?" Because nobody knows the answer to that question. The federal government doesn't even know the answer to that question.
Yes, because when they're illegal, okay. See, here's what a lot of people get really caught up on, and like I 100% agree with
They
Destiny.
do. They haven't shared that.
I 100% agree with like Destiny and like everybody else on this. Like it doesn't have to be Destiny; it could be like literally anybody. 100%. Just because you're here illegally doesn't mean that you're here illegally. Everybody knows this, obviously.
Citizen?
We
Stop saying he's stupid. He's not stupid. He's evil. Okay, get it right.
Yes, evil. Literally Hitler.
Here illegally? Are you illegal?
All of them. Literally Hitler. All of them.
American citizen?
They literally escaped. Like that's what the Argentina thing was about. It was about Piers Morgan. He's actually the son of Hitler. He's the son of Hitler that escaped to Argentina, obviously.
We cannot be in a situation where we're just allowing people to get deported because they have tattoos on their arms. This is why due process
this is
important.
really important.
Yeah, okay. They should not be deported because they have tattoos on their arms. Period. If they have tattoos on their arms, they should not be deported. Obviously. It doesn't really matter anything else. If they have tattoos, they shouldn't be deported.
Epic. Brian and Tyler going might be an illegal. You might be an illegal alien. Oh,
They're
you might
not.
be
They're not aliens.
illegal. You might be an illegal.
Piers, this is really because he just brought in something that is berserker mode. This is bizarre world. So are you asserting that the administration is deporting Americans? Now,
Yeah, we don't know. That's the problem. Yes, that's the issue. Are you asserting that they're not? Please. Brian, you have that lawyer dude on your fucking show, okay? Please, eviscerate him, please.
naturalized American citizens or native-born American citizens? Is that what you're asserting?
I'm asserting that they are deporting
have
people
been
who are
cases
not
of
criminal
that. It
aliens.
was a
Are
mistake.
you? Are you?
No, oh no, we don't know. That's what the whole fucking big court case has been fighting over the Tariff shit is about. That's okay. Fuck.
Are you? So you're saying that Anna is here, and Anna, I totally agree with your last point.
I don't know if Brian's going to be able to own this as hard as he should be. Are you saying that Anna could be deported? Yes. Yes. That's the entire point of how ridiculous the Alien Enemies Act is being used right now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, and I need to take an aside here. Anna's done incredible reporting on some of the horrific crimes that have been allowed to happen in this country. Some of them by criminal aliens, some of them by American citizens.
Is Destiny implying that ICE is rounding up every brown person they see? I mean, that's what they're doing. It's strictly based on like the color of the skin. They have like a little card that has like a bunch of skin tones. It's kind of like it's very similar to like South Park. They use the same metric as in South Park based on the difficulty of the game.
Don't get prosecuted. And so we cover that on my program. I just want to say thank you for doing that because it's an awful society. It's a zero trust society when you let criminals out of jail to do heinous crimes.
Elon Musk stroke Doge. There's a lot to unpack here.
God, I
Because
hate that guy, Elon Musk. What the fuck, man?
they are finding a lot of evidence of waste. They are finding a lot of evidence of abuse and so on. But
Did we just cut a whole fucking section? Fuck. We needed more.
All right, I'm over this. Man, really? You guys want me to do that? I don't want to show any of this. Freaking, oh my god, really?
Favorite shows you want to go to, and then they're relisted immediately for sometimes a 400 or 500%.
Who's this guy?
And the artists don't see any of that money. And ultimately, I think this is a great first step. I would love down the road if there'd be some legislation that we could actually.
Yeah, who's that guy?
On the resale of tickets, and I'm a capitalist.
Kid
I'm a
Rock.
regulation guy, but they've tried this in some places in Europe, and it seems to be the only thing that's.
He's talking too much,
us as
man.
Artists pay.
Stop talking.
Maybe the artists are having to pay crazy prices
Ugh.
than he is the artist. Maybe the artist a little bit, but the fans a lot. I've spoken to him over the years about it, and it's been it bothers him. It bothers a lot of other artists too. You see,
does.
the artists, and they go out with $100 ticket and it sells for $2,000 the following night, and they seem to be able to sweep up the best locations too, which is pretty amazing. So.
Is he talking about
Only enforced
scalpers?
that Box Act one time, I believe, a couple years ago. New York
But how are immigrant families? This is so messed up. How are immigrant families going to pay for things if they can't scalp tickets? He doesn't understand that he's ruining the economy and disproportionately affecting poor people.
I think we got a $2 million fine, and that's the only time they've enforced that act.
And who's the primary culprit? Who sells these tickets?
It's the scalpers.
No, because you know what? Fuck the rich people. The scalpers should be able to fuck over the rich people because the rich people are taking advantage of them.
It's these bots.
This
are
is so
weird.
dumb.
They're automated, so you're in.
Thank you for the bits, Lilbertarian.
You might know.
No. Well, there's reselling markets. All yeah.
I think I know, Peter. But that's all right. Don't get them involved. Maybe what company do you think? Maybe they're more innocent than we think. Huh?
Well, if you think of it, like.
God, I hate the way he talks. Shut up.
So much money, it doesn't matter. But they love the car, and it's a great car, and it's made here.
What car? What is he talking about? Teslas?
One day we give it to Chamberlain.
Do you know how many Cybertrucks are fucked up and had to be taken back? We should just be buying. We should just be buying. Like, why would we buy from Elon? We could buy better electric cars from China. Thanks for the sub fried iPod. Thank you.
Conveniently, and
Yeah, dude. Fuck Apple. Am I right?
we give it to Margot. One day we give it to Chamberlain. Give it to Natalie. We give it to everybody around. Give it to
Yeah, I saw that video by Mark Rober. The Tesla suck. 100%.
You know, but he's got so much money it doesn't matter. But they love the car, and it's a great car, and it's made here, and it's made in the country. He's got a tremendous plant now in Texas, and he has one in California. Does a lot of his work here, and he's been really unfairly treated, in my opinion.
I travel.
How? He's literally advocating for genocide.
Yeah.
There's this other story. I know it's hypothetical right now, but if you were allowed for some reason to run for a third term, is there a thought that the Democrats could try to run Barack Obama against you?
I'd love that.
For his third term?
Boy, I'd love that. That would be a good one. I'd like that. No, people are asking me to run, and there's a whole story about running for a third term. I don't know. I never looked into it.
Me personally, I'm really looking forward to Elizabeth Warren. That's who I really want to vote for. I hope she runs. I hope she runs, and I hope she does really well. I'm gonna vote for her in the primaries. I'm really hoping.
They do say there's a way you can do it, but I don't know about that. But I have not looked into it. I want to do a fantastic job. We have 4 years, just about, almost close to 4 years. Time is flying, but it's still close to 4 years. And
I think it's time for our first. I really do believe it's time for our first Native American president. I mean, she wrote Pow Wow Chow. She knows a lot about Native Americans, and I'm really hyped for it, honestly.
we're getting a lot of credit for having done a great job in the first almost 100 days. And we have some big things we're going to be announcing over the next.
Oh yeah, I love what or you know, Gavin might be a good one because I really love what he's done with California. Like I really do think like San Francisco is beautiful, and it's such a great state.
2 days, and you know very well, Peter, and I think it's
The best
gonna be
state, actually, in the
something that's
country.
gonna bring a lot of wealth back.
Maybe
to
New
our
York.
country, tremendous wealth back to our country, actually, and other countries are understanding it because they've been ripping us for
Like Gavin, he's like so handsome.
50 years longer, but they've been ripping us
10 out of 10.
off for years, right from the beginning. And I think this is going to be an amazing, I call it a lot of different names, but it's really, in a sense, it's a rebirth of a country because how we could have afforded to do what we did. We help everybody, and they don't help us. I really, the term I like best probably is the liberation of America. It's a liberation of this country because it's incredible. Look, we have 36 trillion in
This guy is literally trying to overthrow the government. Liberation of America? From what? Its own government?
debt for a reason, and that accumulates over a long period of time. So I think what you're going to be seeing over the next couple of days will be very inspiring to a lot of people.
It's terrible.
You know, they had a lot of auto plants being built in a certain country. I don't want to mention the country because we get along great with the country, but those plants aren't being built there anymore. They gave them up today and yesterday, day before, and they're building them all now in the United States. And we have many examples, not only auto plants.
I was gonna go watch that with my mom, actually. The new Snow White movie. It looks really good. Yeah, it looks really good. I love Rachel Ziegler. She's so good.
Companies from Taiwan are coming in. The biggest, Mr. Wei, he's big. I said,
Thank you for the follow. Thank you.
Guy, aren't you? I've been reading about him over the years, but he controls a large portion of the chip business, as you know. You don't get smarter. They're going to be investing $200 or $300 billion. Apple's investing $500 billion. You know, they always built their...
Must ban full semi-automatic assault weapons? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Why do you even need that? You don't need that. There's no deer running around with vests. You don't need an AR-50 51. There's no reason for it really. Because once you have like more than 2 rounds in like your magazine clipperzine, then it's just too much. It's too much. Like, why do you need to shoot more than 1 round per 10 seconds? I mean, if you need more than 1 round to shoot a deer, If you need more than one round in your magazine, clip, or strip or zine, then you're just a bad hunter.
Places in China, now he's building here. I think because of you speak to Tim Cook, because of the election, but maybe more
going back to muskets, I think that's a good idea. I really think so. Although I think we should change the name of musket because it bothers me. I don't like that Musk. Anything that it just sounds, ugh. You know, we should change the name of it, maybe something else, and then I would be okay with it.
He's got really an obligation to do it, but we have many companies that you haven't even heard of. But
and them all, including Sharp Objects. Yeah, I mean, we should follow in the footsteps of, like, you know, Europe. They have like such better healthcare that we should definitely follow that and ban knives as well.
I think
so.
$5 trillion very soon. And if you think about this, we've never been anywhere near that. I don't know if we've ever been at $1 trillion.
What do you mean by that?
We're 500. What do I mean by trillion?
5 trillion. What are you referring to?
I like that more. Yeah, we should call it an arquebus instead of arquebus. I like that more than musket.
I think that we're going to be at $5 trillion of investment. I think you're going to have investments very shortly. We're already 3.5, and we have commitments, verbal commitments for a lot more.
Hmm.
And numbers like that have never been done in this country. And it's going to get harder. This is in 2 months. It's really in less than 2 months, because since we've really gone out with it. And we have other interesting things happening. But to me, the whole tariff situation, and essentially they've done that to us for many years. So if we're anywhere near 5 trillion in 2 months, this could be numbers like...
I fucking knew that, dude. I knew it. The Toho community is full of disgusting pedos. And that Zune is literally a Nazi because he likes Trump. That's why Raisin has that design. I fucking knew it.
The country's never seen. And every time you hear a dollar spent,
disgusting.
That's another job, because the jobs are coming with it. So auto plants, chip plants, pharmaceuticals, lumber coming in.
UNSC Saratoga says, God, Trump is such a Slytherin. We need a Gryffindor. Like, come on. Don't bring that transphobic shit into my chat. No Harry Potter.
We have things happening.
The fuck out of here.
Country. I'm not sure that they've ever seen it. Steel, you know, we have tariffs on steel. They've been here for a while. Steel and aluminum. Nobody's ever seen anything like we're witnessing now. Nobody's ever seen anything. Most of you agree with that. I mean, it's nothing much you can't agree with. We have things happening in terms of jobs and investment, the likes of which I don't think we've ever seen. If you look at, let's say, $4 to $5 trillion.
What is this guy even talking about?
$1.5 billion. That's even more than you do with your concerts, which are always sold out, right? Nobody's ever seen numbers. And think of it, where Apple's at 5.
He's freaking yapping, dude, nonstop.
As I said, but they always used to spend that money in China. Now they're spending it here. That means they're going to build. Now, they don't have any tariffs. Remember, there are no tariffs if you do your product here, if you build whatever it is.
Joel Darkstar says, you're supposed to destroy the leftists, not join them, bring balance to America, and not leave in the darkness. You are my Oshi. I loved you. Walks away. Oh, yeah, whatever you say, bigot.
the USA. One of the things we're also trying to get is if you buy a car that was built in the USA, you get a deduction on interest. So if you go out and borrow money to buy a car, if it's built in the USA, never been done before. It's a big deduction for people that really aren't used to deductions, frankly.
Chud destroyed.
People that buy
That's
cars
right.
like that are
Chud
not
destroyed.
big into the world of deductions, and now they're going to learn about deductions. So I think it's going
Chud racists destroyed. Literal KKK members.
Different individual tariff rates on a whole variety of different.
Well, you're going
Yeah,
see
grifter.
videos, which is maybe tomorrow night or probably Wednesday. You're going to see, and they're reciprocal. So whatever they charge us, we charge them, but we're being nicer than they were. We have a lot of countries, friend and foe.
That
I would
is
say
so
friend and foe, but the
stupid.
friend in many cases is worse.
America has. We make so much more stuff in America. Why should it be even? Because America has more stuff. It should give stuff to the world. Obviously. This is just obvious. I mean, their country is smaller. Their country is smaller, so we should give them more. Duh.
And the foe, they took advantage of us, and we are going to be very nice by comparison to what they were. The numbers will be lower than what they've been charging us, and in some cases maybe substantially lower, but we sort of have a world obligation.
America's consumer
perhaps.
first.
But we're going to be very nice. Relatively speaking, we're going to be very kind.
Mr. President, you met with the chairman.
Somebody said that about me the other day. He said, who doesn't know me very well, they said, you're such a kind person. And I said,
Ugh.
say that again. They said, you're a kind person. I said, I've never heard that before.
Leaflit is really embracing the leap today. Canada is so much better than the fascist United States. Yeah, I'm moving. I'm actually moving there like tomorrow.
It's a weird statement. I was kind. Who said that? I've heard of words that, I don't know, I better not tell you. You know, I've heard of...
I can't wait to get good health care, you know? We could really hype.
We called a lot of things, but it's sort of a different kind of a word. It's like an old-fashioned word, isn't it?
Mr. President, you met with the chairman of Stellantis today. Did
Yes.
he ask you for a pause on the auto tariffs?
No.
What was that meeting about?
Just about some of the problems.
Oh, I
that
love
the
Justin
environment,
Trudeau.
Which we're going to clean up.
Have any of the automakers...
We're going to probably go back to 1920. If you look, we're going to go back probably to a 2020 standard. So we'll have 20.
I love Justin Trudeau so much. Like, I was talking to Justin like on DMs, and I was telling him that I might dress up like Mr. Popo for Halloween, just in solidarity.
20 standard, and that's just a few years ago. Oh, they're making it so difficult. All over the world they're making it. It doesn't mean a damn bit of difference either for the environment. It doesn't matter. They make it impossible for people to build cars. So we're going to be doing much different.
Thank you for the bits, Jago. Thank you.
A strong standard, but they take it to a level now that
He's pretty good, yeah.
difficult to build a car. So we're going to be.
I wish we could get like Justin Trudeau instead of Trump. Honestly, I think we should trade them. And then I think things will be a lot better.
Bringing it back to a standard that is a very good environmental standard, but it makes it possible to build a car.
Have you heard any concerns from the automakers, though, about the tariffs?
Trudeau would never do something to like take away from people's freedoms, like use the banking system against them, like Trump would do that. Obviously, I mean Trump is rich. He's in with the banks, right?
On parts that will go into effect over the coming weeks about what that's going to mean for the price of.
Well, I gave them a big break for a month. I didn't charge them anything, for a big month, for that first month. And they brought a lot of material into this country because they could bring it in without tariff. If you look at Canada and Mexico, they were driving hundreds of thousands of cars into the market.
Oh yeah, dude. I did. You're right. I didn't see the latest episode. I didn't see the latest episode of my favorite show. Oh my god. Thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot.